Welcome back across Nevada to Face to Face. Nevada faces at least $1 billion budget deficit and a recession that makes imposing taxes politically unpalatable. But now, one lawmaker is asking why national retailers who pay corporate taxes in all but 5 states should get away without paying them here. Won't the retailers pass on the cost to you, the consumer? We're going to have a little bit more for you on that later. You might be surprised at the answer. Joining me to talk about all of this, Assemblywoman Peggy Pierce of Las Vegas. She's proposing a tax targeting those national retailers who she says are shipping their largely untaxed profits out of state. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Why are you doing this now, right in the middle of a recession?
Well, I'm doing it because I'm completely fed up with the fact that we didn't do it for the last 20 years. We've had study after study. We've known for years and years that we needed to broaden the tax base in this state. And one of the reasons that this recession is deeper and longer in Nevada is because we didn't do that, because we kept the tax the base narrow, and that's what's hurting us so terribly now.
What exactly is the tax rate going to be? Do you know? Have you?
I haven't made a decision on that. Those are the things.
Just dropped this bomb without the details?
Of course. I know. I haven't worked all that out yet, but I've been talking to people for 6 months about this, and the theme of my tax plan is no thinking outside of the box. I think that it's really time we stop talking about Nevada as if it were Mars. It's not Mars. We're one of 50 states. 48 other states have a broad-based business tax, and what I want is something that's completely generic, that's completely like many other states, cut and paste, so that so that everybody understands that businesses flourish in other states with this tax, that this isn't anything they haven't seen before, that they don't see in 48 other states, so that everybody knows what to expect and how to function with it.
You say thinking out of the box, but if I may, there'd be no taxing outside of the big box. Apparently, you're going to exempt all small businesses.
Exactly.
How do you define small business?
Well, I mean, there's going to be a dollar amount, a minimum amount.
That's going to be the negotiating point, right?
I'm going to propose something. It will be in the bill, and I'm going to make a decision in the next week or 10 days. It's not far away.
Let me show you what you said, because you used Governor-elect Brian Sandoval's words against him, or at least to try to make the point, and he's calling for shared sacrifice. The middle class has already stepped up and is paying a higher sales tax. Seniors, people with disabilities, and children have already endured 4 rounds of cuts to vital services and education. State workers have deferred merit increases and taken forced unpaid furlough days. Shared sacrifice is a good idea. It is time for big business to share in the sacrifice. Now, with all due respect, Assemblywoman Pierce, are you living on a different planet? Do you think that big businesses are not hurting in this recession?
Big business in America just had the most profitable quarter in all of history. All of history. Are they hurting? It doesn't look to me like they're in a recession. Plus the fact that, let's remember, big business is also sitting on $1 trillion. They're not hiring anybody.
What do you mean they're sitting on $1 trillion?
I have heard this over and over. Big business has socked away in their mattresses and behind their
sofas.
They
have?
Yes,
Where are you getting this from? You sound like you got off a black helicopter now.
I know.
Where'd you get this from?
This is standard information in business press. I've heard it several times. Big business is sitting on $1 trillion. And that money's not getting put into the economy so that small businesses can get loans. It's just sitting there. So this is a tax that's not even going to cause a ripple in these companies.
What people are wondering about is if you put a tax on here, isn't it going to cost me more? We have some pretty startling information to show people when we come back. Does it cost you more if you have a corporate income tax here than it does to go shopping in California? Wait till you see what we dug up. Back in a moment.